Well, I think we in week 17, right? Yeah, we in week 17. So time to do I want to go look at the standings first? Yeah, I think I want to go look at the playoff picture. Playoff picture. If the playoffs started today, this is what we are looking at currently right now. In the AFC, we would have the Chargers and Bills, Dolphins and Bengals, and Titans and Browns. I feel like the Titans and Browns played last season, right? Or am I mistaken? And in the NFC, we would have Bucks and Vikings, Giants and Eagles, and Cards and Packers. And your seeds with the bye would be Lions and Ravens. So this would be your playoff matchups right now, but there's still 2 weeks left, and there's still some football left to be played to get to the playoffs. So we're going to get into it, and we're also going to look at the teams. We're going to look at these standings to see who got a shot, and go from there. Over here in the AFC, the seventh seed is the who's the seventh seed? I just went over it, right? The seventh seed is the Bengals. Hold on, I'm tripping. I ain't even paid no mind the seeding. I ain't even look at the seeding. That's my fault. I was just looking at the teams. All right, so your seventh seed is the Bills, 6 is Bengals, 5 is Browns, and NFC. Okay. All right, cool. I just had to double check real quick. Good looking, Bap. You just a couple of seconds too late though. Now, over here in the AFC picture, the seventh seed is the Bills. They are 9 and 6. You have the two teams that can catch them is the Chiefs and Steelers. Jets, I'm just going to write them off. 8 losses not going to get you in. Yeah, pretty much. The Bengals is the 6th seed, and they are 10 and 5. Bengals sitting pretty, unless they just happen to lose their last 2 games. And even with that, that don't mean that they're out. But I would say Bengals going to get in. I would say Bengals are good. The Bills is the team that's, he's 9 and 6. Chiefs is right there, 8 and 7. The Chiefs won his last 4. Dre, he was 4 and 7 at one point. 3 games under 500. He's now 1 game over 500, and he put himself in a position. He's put himself in a position to, make a strong playoff run. Boy, does that game that the Bills and Dolphins played a couple of weeks ago, does that really sting? Because Miami definitely should have had that game, but for whatever reason, he could not pull it out, and he let Buffalo win. And that game right now is haunting. Chiefs best hope is that trade dog can beat. But all right, well then, yeah, I'm gonna look at that anyway. I'm gonna look at to see who played who last. So, in last 2 games. So yeah, that is definitely Dre's best shot to get in. But we'll see. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Over in the NFC, the 7th seed is the Vikings at 9 and 6, and the Vikings won his last 5 in a row. And I warned y'all about the Vikings. He kind of had a slow start this season as well. As you can see, he was 4 and 6 once upon a time. He's now won 5 straight. He's now 9 and 6. Things changed over here in the NFC because you had last season. You had the Falcons, who was the NFC, who played in the NFC championship, who's not out by any means. Look at all these teams with 6 losses. The 7th seed is the Vikings, and you got the Falcons at 9 and 6. You got the Niners at 7 and 7, and you got the Saints at 7 and 8. I would say the Saints is done. The Niners, they are 7 and 7. They 1 game out, and the Falcons are tied right now. The Falcons is out. So Eagles, Vikings, and Falcons all have 6 losses. So Vikes play Murph. That's going to be a tough game. But guess what? If I'm the Vikings, I'm not coming to that game with no less confidence. I mean, he was 4-6 at one time. He's now 9-6. If I'm the Vikings, I don't care who I play at this point. I would be coming in with a ton of confidence, and I'm sure the Vikings are. And like I've been warning y'all about the Vikings all season long. I said he can play, and he finally hit his stride. He's hot. I told you, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. You can start slow, but you can catch hot. You can catch hot at the right time. And right now, the Vikings have caught heat at the right time. They've swung off 5 in a row. And but as of right now, I would say the Niners and Falcons is the only two teams that I would say that got a shot to get in. Preferably Falcons, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna see. And then now we're gonna look and see who plays what, before we even get into the predictions and the recap. We're gonna look at and see who plays who, depending on, where you at. So we can start with myself, being that is here. I got 6 losses. My next game is against the Pats, then Cards. We gotta take care of business. The one thing that I've been doing lately, and I gotta get back on my game, I'm getting too pass heavy with Tom Brady, and I'm not playing the way I was supposed to be playing. I'm not giving my running back no touches. I'm just getting so caught up in Tom Brady and what he can do that I'm not playing the way I need to, and it's definitely taking me off track. And I got to get back into it, because it don't matter if you make the playoffs, man. If you go into the playoffs, you can be eliminated just as fast as the playoffs started, and that's not what I'm aiming for. I'm aiming for the go in, and I'm aiming to go in the playoffs and give it a nice swing at it. You know what I'm saying? But can't be pass heavy. That's not my game. I got to get back into doing what I know how to do, and that's mixing it up. You know what I'm saying? We getting too pass heavy, and it's showing, and we throwing way too many picks. I got to get back in and get back to doing what I need to do. But those are my last 2 games left against the Cards and Pats. Then the last 2 games for Falcons, he got Jets and he got the Commanders. It looked like they are playing now. It looked like it. Right? Yeah, they're playing now. So we'll see what's happening. This is a incentive game for Black Star. You know what I'm saying? He definitely don't have nothing to play for, but he definitely has something to gain. So he got nothing to lose in this game. But if should he win, he gets a nice little situation. The same will be for Ebor and them Jets moving on to next week. The Niners, his last 2 games is against the Bears, and he plays the Browns. So he got a tough Week 18 opponent, and the Bears, even though his season is over, he's one of them guys that can come out of nowhere and play a good game, and you'll be in for a long day. So we'll see what happens with the Niners. Jets, Lions, Packers. I'm just trying to look at the teams that's trying to make something shake, not the guys that's already solidified. Let me see who else we got. Yeah, I know. Steelers. Let's see. Snub his last 2 games against Cards, and then Bears. So those his last 2 games. Both of them are on the road at that. So that's not good. The Vikings, he said one of his games was against the Lions, and it is. He plays the Lions now, and then he plays Green Bay. Wow, he got 2 tough games to go, But man, this is if you're the Vikings though, as much as you would look at this and see he has 2 tough opponents. If he win these 2 games and punches that ticket to get in, man, does he go into the playoffs with a ton of confidence, because he done took out 2 of the top seeds over there in the NFC, So this can make or break the Vikings, and I mean literally, because if he lose these 2 games, he's done. You understand? 8 losses is not going to get it in. Seven can get you in, but 8 not going to do it. So if he loses these 2 games, he's done. But man, oh man, if he wins these 2 games, I'm telling you, he goes into the playoffs on a high. And I'm not going to lie. If I'm the Vikings, I'm not even mad that it's laid out this way for me. I'm not. Because, yeah, you can look at it and say, oh, he loses his last 2, he missed the playoffs. All right. So what at the end of the day? I mean, let's be honest. He put himself in this position. Even though he's hot, he put himself in this position with the slow start. So there's no need if I'm just saying if I'm the Vikings, there's no need to throw a pity party on myself should I not make it because he's the reason he put himself in this position. You know what I mean? But I tell you this, if he wins these 2 games, he goes into the playoffs with more confidence than anybody. And I mean anybody. You understand? Because he taking out the 2 top seeds in the NFC. He don't care who he play in that first round. Yeah, it's going to be a difficult road to get through. But if he get through this road, man, I'm telling you, watch out for the Vikings. Mind you, he's on a 5-game win streak. But the problem is the Packers are also on a 5-game win streak. So they too are hot. And the Lions are #1 seed. So the Vikings definitely has his work cut out for him. But guess what? If I'm the Vikings, I don't worry about both opponents. I worry about who's in front of me right now. And right now, he's at home against the Lions. That's what we worried about. That's what we should worry about. Nothing more, nothing less. Bengals, I said, got 5 losses, even though I say he's sitting pretty. Let's see what he got. He got Browns, and he has bat. Now, wait a minute. Now, hold on, wait a minute. The Bengals got 5 losses. Let's go back now. Let's go look at something. Things just got a little more interesting. He is sitting pretty with 5 losses, but let's see something. If he loses both games, where does that now put him? That now put him over there with Dre and the Steelers, who also have 7 losses. So now it will come down. I don't think the Chiefs played the Bengals this season. So it will come down to he got head-to-head versus Bills. Yeah, but the Bills only got 6 losses. Yeah, but what about but he got 5 losses, Bap. If he lose both games, that's 7. Bills only got 6. So let's say the Bills went out. He don't got the head-to-head over the Chiefs. And we about to find out right now. We about to see that. Listen, for you guys that don't know how this thing go, if you got the same record as somebody in your conference and you haven't played him this season, it goes to conference record. Conference record. And right now, the Bengals conference record is 6-4. They last 2 games is 2 AFC teams, which means that they would fall to 6-6. The Chiefs are 6-5. If the Chiefs, I gotta see who the Chiefs games is. So if the Chiefs went out, he'll have a better conference record than the Bengals. And do you get an incentive versus Steelers? Yeah, I guess, but it ain't gonna be much because he's already out. You know what I'm saying? He's already out trying to get in. But yeah, it's definitely an incentive game. But I guess now. But what's your record though? Really? What you got? Oh, you 9-6. Nah, I mean, it's not an incentive game for you, really, because you still gotta Nah, it's not an incentive game, really, because you still you only 1 game ahead of the Niners. So if you lose, you see what I'm saying, really? If you lose your last 2 games, that puts you at 8 losses. If Rocket win his last 2 games, he's at 7 losses. He got you. He wins division. But all you have to do is win 1 of your games, really. If you win this week's game, next week's game doesn't matter because you got the tiebreaker over Rocket. But Rocket, exactly. Rocket got to play the Browns. So Rocket, oh no, he didn't sweep the Niners. They split, right? Yeah, they split. Right, they split. But But oh, we about to lose to the Bears? Oh, okay, that's what they play. All right, well, yeah. Listen, I don't like the 49ers chances neither. He got to play. He playing the Bears. He got to play the Browns, and he got to tie. You know what I'm saying? And y'all split. So, Cards. If Cards win this week's game, you good money, really. Now it's just a matter of what do you do with your starters after that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you got the division. But nah, this won't be an incentive game against the Steelers because, well, I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'll kick it with the rest of the commissioners about it. You know, depending if Rocket lose right now, then it might fall into an incentive game for you over the Steelers because the Steelers still trying to get in. But man, this is the thing though. The Bengals, the Bengals, all the Bengals got to do is win one of his last two games and he's in. But man, oh man, oh man, is it two tough games? Is it two tough games that he got to play? He got to play back and he got to play claw. He got to play the number one seed in the AFC, and he got to play claw. Those are two tough games to have at this time. But I got to look and see who the Chiefs play because the Chiefs, I don't know who Chiefs' last two tough games are as well. You know, I don't know. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, we're going to find out. We're going to find out. So let's see. So we see who the Bengals play his last two games. Now we move on to Bills. Bills' last two games against the Raiders. That's a win. And he plays Trey Dog. You know, do Trey Dog have anything to play for is the question. You know, that's the $1 million question. And I don't think he does. I think he got the division wrapped up. So I like the Bills' chances. I don't think, if I'm the Chargers, I don't put none of my starters out there against the Bills in the final week. Like, why? You know what I mean? Incentive, yeah, cool. But does the incentive outweigh the you being healthy for the playoffs? That's your decision. You know? Yeah, that is an incentive if he does knock him out, but does the incentive outweigh the you being healthy for the playoffs? Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't care if I get an incentive if my star wide receiver get hurt. I'm sick going into that playoff round. But you know, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. We gonna see. We gonna see how this shake out. You know, Browns, Bucks, Cards, Chargers, Chiefs. Dre Day. Who Dre Day plays? Dre Day plays the Dolphins. Tough game. Then he plays the Washington Commanders, which also could be a sneaky tough game because when you play against teams who has nothing to lose, you know, you feel way more pressure than they would. You know what I mean? Because they literally have nothing to lose, you know, and you have everything to lose. So that's going to be a tough game for the Chiefs as well. But first and foremost, to be honest with you, that game doesn't even matter if you don't get past the Dolphins because 8 losses is not going to get you in the playoffs. You know, so now that we went through that, now we go and we look at the Cards. That's what I need to look at. I need to look at the Cards too. I'm bugging. Not the Cards, the Falcons. The Falcons. That's what I need to see. His last two games against Commanders and the Jets. All right. Oh, I did look at him already. All right. So yeah, the Falcons is sitting nice for his last two games. You know what I'm saying? So, but hey, it's any given Sunday, baby. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. So we're gonna get into the recap and see how we got to this point. We're gonna go back to week 15, right? Yeah, this is the week right here, week 15. So yeah, first up we had Lions and Ravens, and this was a good game right here. Detroit been playing. They've been balling all year. You know what I'm saying? This is a great game. 41-38. If I would have predicted this game, I wouldn't have took this many points. But man, they both lit it up in the air. They both did what they did passing wise. Baltimore had one turnover. This was a great game, man. This is a possible Super Bowl preview as well. So these boys left it all out there, man. They left it all out there to fly. Listen, it got respect. Respect, I'm sure, is going both ways because I'm pretty sure both these teams is well aware that both of them can see each other in the Super Bowl. So that could be a Super Bowl matchup that you've seen. So stay tuned for that. Then we had Bears and Falcons. Boy, did Falcons lose a tough game to the Bears, and that's how the Falcons ended up in this position to where now he has 6 losses. This was a tough one to lose for Falcons, man. But like I said, the competitive nature in this league is what makes this league really pop because you got the Falcons, who I said made it to the NFC Championship last season, and they are fighting for their life to get in the playoffs this season. So I always tell y'all, even the guys that have bad seasons that don't make the playoffs are still guys that can come in and get a W against a good opponent. So that's what makes this league pretty unique. You know what I'm saying? Is that everybody can play. Even the guys that's going to miss the playoffs. So this was a tough one to chin for the Falcons to take. At this time of the season, but he got 2 more games left. He still can get in. He needs some help. But man, this is one of the games. This is one of them games. If he don't get in, this is one of them games he's gonna look back at the end of the season and realize, like, what did we do wrong? 4 turnovers for the Falcons. Can't turn the ball over that many times. It's possible you still can win because you caused 3, but you put yourself in a difficult hole to climb out of when you have that many turnovers. He threw for 300 yards, out past the Ravens, but it's looking like the turnover, but the Bears did run for $115 on the ground, so the Bears had an overall balanced game. They had a balanced game, and they did what they did to get the win. Then we had Bengals and Steelers. Bengals got the job done 38-31. Steelers right now is on the outside looking in. He's looking for some serious help. Bengals control his own destiny. All he got to do is win one of these 2 games, and he's in. But against this Steelers team, listen, it was a hard-fought matchup, but he won. You know what I'm saying? He threw for over 200 yards. Steelers threw for over 200 yards. Steelers ran for over 100 yards. They both had 3 turnovers, so the game was pretty much, pretty similar. Pretty similar in a lot of ways. But Steelers couldn't get it. Steelers just came up short, and Steelers, he needs help to get in right now himself. Cards and Cowboys. Cards jumped all over Dallas, never let go, and they won 30-7. Cards threw for 247. Dallas only threw for 169. Dallas had 3 turnovers, and it's been a long season for the Cowboys. He had some bright moments in the season, but just not enough of them. Cards been playing better ball lately than they have, in the first half of the season. The Cards been having a better second half than the first half of the season, and I always tell you, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And once the playoffs officially start, regular season no longer matters. No matter what you did in the regular season matters, because once the playoffs start, one bad fumble, one bad call, one interception can change the whole game around. So that's what makes the playoffs pretty unique. And all you want to do is get in and give yourself a shot to do some type of work. Washington and the Jets. Washington won 2017. Jets, disappointing season for them. They made the playoffs last year. Like I said, there's a lot of musical chairs going on this season compared to last season. Jets made the playoffs last season. He will miss the playoffs this season. It happens, man. It happens. It definitely happens. And this is a tough loss too, because he needed this. Washington, they haven't had a successful season, so this is one of them games. If you're the Jets, you need it. You know what I'm saying? It came up short. It came up short. So Jets gonna have to make some moves in the offseason and get back to the promised land, which they once was back in season 1. Then we had Vikings and Rams. And Vikings shut out the Rams 42-0. Like I said, Vikings on a 5-game win streak, man. They've been playing lights out. They've been playing great ball. Rams had 6 turnovers. That's the difference in the game right there. Because the Vikings didn't light it up offensively, but it's the 6 turnovers, and he even turned the ball over twice himself. But it's the 6 turnovers, so he +4 on the turnover department, and that's the difference in the ball game right then and there. So Vikings won that one 42-0. That was a good win for them to get them their 5th straight win on the season. Then we had myself against the Niners, and listen, this game got ugly in the first half. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we getting too crazy. 4 turnovers, and 3 of them was pick sixes. You understand? So you do the math. 3 pick sixes, and you can't do that. 4 turnovers only to his 1. We gave up about 200 yards on the ground, which is something that we don't do. So it was just one of them games that we just was all off balance. You know what I'm saying? We only had 10 yards rushing. We ain't run the ball. We got to get back. Like I said, we got to get back into playing football. We can't get caught up into having Tom Brady and passing 40-something times a game. That's not the remedy for success. So we got to get back on it. But Niners won this game. But to be honest, it was more about even though we got smashed, it was more about what we didn't do more than what he did. You know what I'm saying? But it was just. Once the house is on fire, that's it. It's just time to grab the kids and get out. You know what I mean? So it was one of them situations for us that game, but it's all right. You know what I'm saying? It's all right. We know we got some cleaning up to do, and we got to get it done. Then we had Chargers and Giants, and Chargers won 24-21. Good win for the Chargers. Giants been having a hell of a season. That's only their 3rd loss on the season, so. They've been on top of their game, man. They've been on top of their game. They've been having a solid year, and this game came down to the wire. They both had 2 turnovers apiece. Chargers themselves been having a great season. They threw for 279 yards, pretty much almost ran for 100 yards, so Chargers definitely had a solid season themselves. So I'm not surprised that this game was close at all. Moving on to Week 16, we had Steelers and Jags. Steelers won 31-27. Jags definitely could have had this game, but just couldn't get it done, man. You know what I mean? And sometimes that's just the reality of your season. When you just can't pull out the games that you should, it kind of shows, why you're having a long season like they've been having. But, few minor adjustments, and I think Rico's trending in the right direction. He just got to cut back on the bad decision making, and he's going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? Those close games that he's losing could turn into wins, and he'll be sitting in a different position. Then we have Bengals and Colts. Bengals won 64-41. Too many points to give up from the Bengals. Too many points. They gave up 41 points. That's way too many points to give up, even though he scored 64. But way too many points to be, way too many points to be given up, but he got the win. Jets and Cowboys. Jets won 27-17, but both these teams' season is over. Giants beat Washington 27-21. Washington's been playing good ball lately. I gotta admit, they've been playing good ball lately. And they lost this game, and I'm still saying they've been playing good ball lately. So, and look, and that's the thing. That's the one thing that Washington is doing is what I talk about. Don't always get thrown off balance because you feel like your season is over. Start working on some stuff for next season. And Washington, although they're not going to make the playoffs, it's all right because he's been playing good ball lately, and that transition into next season, opposed to him just throwing in the towel. And then now here comes next season, and now he's trying to figure some things out. No, he's figuring some things out now. That's the type of stuff that I be talking about. And, it pays off in the end. Then we have Vikings and Bears. Vikings won 27-16. Vikings didn't give the Bears a chance to pull off an upset. Bills in Miami, like I said, man, the Chiefs definitely felt like upset that Miami didn't pull this one out. They had it. They couldn't close the deal. They let Buffalo sneak it and steal a win in this one. Packers and Raiders. Packers won this one 49-28. Packers, like I said, they won 5 straight. Raiders got some serious offseason moves to make. Then we had Chiefs and Pats. Chiefs won 33-16. And then we had Ravens and Niners. Ravens won 39-13. Destroyed the Niners. And then we had Eagles and Rams. And boy, oh boy, we fortunate to come out with this one. We needed defense to make a play, and the play they did. With a big time pick 6 in the end. Or towards the end, and then another pick to seal the deal. But we got to get back into doing what we know how to do, because like I say, ain't no need for being happy to make the playoffs only to have a first round exit, so we got to get it together, like, and fast. Raiders and Bills, I'm gonna go Buffalo. Raiders got nothing to play for. Buffalo has everything to play for. I think he'd jump on top of Raiders and get this one. I'm going Bills in this one 41-20. Then we got myself and Pats. I say Eagles favorite in this one by 6 over the Pats. Falcons and Washington. This game, like, is currently underway. Don't know who winning this one. Washington been playing good ball, man. I can't lie. They've been playing good ball. Falcons, they've been up and down all season. They never quite been consistent. Guess what? I'm going upset in this one. I'm taking Washington over ATL, even though ATL needs this one in a desperate way. But I'm taking Washington in the upset. Give me Washington in the upset this week. I'm going to go 24-21. Next, we got Browns and Bengals. Big game for the Bengals. Browns, not so much. Bengals, all he got to do, Bengals' last 2 games is tough. All he got to do is win one of the 2, and he's in. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? If I'm him, I'll take my chances in this one opposed to the number 1 seed. But we'll see. We'll see how this one shake out. But, listen, man, big moments. I've seen Claude put the work in, so I'm going Browns in this one. Give me Browns over the Bengals this week. I'm going to go 31-24. Next, we got Chiefs and Dolphins. Big time game for the Chiefs. I don't think 8 losses are going to get it. Chiefs currently have 7 losses. If the Chiefs lose this game, their season is over. But you know what? They gotta play this game for that to happen. And Chiefs need this game in a major way. So I think the Chiefs come into this game on fire. Trying to get it done. I'm going Chiefs in this one. I know they're on the road. I know Miami's playing great. They've been playing great all season. But I'm going KC, man. I think KC going to win this game just a little more. So give me the Chiefs over the Dolphins this week, 28-26. Next, we got Lions and Vikings. Big time game for the Vikings. Lions on the road. I'm going Lions number 1 seed. He got something to play for. I'm going Lions. You know what I'm saying? I'm going Lions in this one. Minnesota's on a 5-game win streak, but, they're at home, and I do give them a shot to win this game, but I got to go with number 1 seed. They've been number 1 seed all year. They've been playing lights out. Give me the Lions over the Vikings. I'm going to go 34-24. Next, we got Texans and Saints. This game doesn't matter, but I'll pick a game. I'll pick just for the heck of it. I'll go Saints in this one. Close, 28-27. Next, we got Giants and Cowboys. This game doesn't matter, but if it plays, I'll go G-Man. I'll go on the road. I'm bugging out. I'm saying it won't get played. This game doesn't matter though. Giants won the division, so right now it's just a matter of them staying sharp. But I like the Giants in this one. I'll go G-Man this week. 28-13. Next, we got Packers and Chargers. Should be a good game. I like the Packers on a 5-game win streak. Chargers playing lights out ball too. Should be a real tough one. I think it's gonna be close no matter who wins. But I'll go Chargers in this one. I'm gonna go with the home team. Give me Chargers over the Packers this week. 33-27. Colts and Ravens. I think the Ravens get this done the major way. Give me Baltimore over the Colts, 49-14. We got Bears and Niners. This game is currently underway. I'll take the Niners got something to play for. You know what I mean? So he definitely gonna come into this game. Excuse me. He definitely gonna come into this game feeling a little more pressure than the Bears. Bears gonna be playing loose, but I'll go Niners, man. I'll go Niners to win this one. It wouldn't surprise me if the Bears win, though. But I'm gonna go Niners. They need this, so they can't afford to come out here and not come with their all. They gotta come. They gotta come and get this game over with as soon as they can. Give me the Niners over the Bears. I'm gonna go 29-25. Jags and Seahawks. This game doesn't matter. But if it gets played, I'll go Jags in this one. And I'll go Jags 27-22. Steelers and Cards. Depending what happened with that Niners game, depending what I feel like how the Cards will come out, should be a tough game though. You know, no matter what, because Steelers ain't no slouch by any means. So Cards gonna have to come and handle their business at home. And I'll take the Cards in this one. I'll go Cards. I'll go Cards over Steelers this week. 24-17. Broncos and Jets. I'll take Jets over the Broncos. 27-17. Titans and Bucks. Should be a good one. I'll go with the home team in this one. I'll go Bucks. Give me Bucks over the Titans. 26-20. And then we got Panthers and Saints. I'll just go ahead and set the Rams. Force. No, I ain't gonna do that yet. So that's the recap. That's the predictions. Week 17. Not too many games we need to wait on. You know what I'm saying? But interesting final stretch of season 2. And I'll see y'all in the next 5th quarter. I'm out.